if you are around people that just have money, a lot of people assume you got it too.
There are so many fuck boys out there and fuck girls out there.
Some people is a butter knife. Some people is like a steak knife. Some people is a butcher knife.
I'm unstoppable.
Just keeping the lie alive.
Oh my God.
Keeping the lie alive.
No.
Music is just the universal language.
Why in the good times you're so happy, but in the dark times you don't say thank you?
In the way that I write and transcribe, it is very direct. It's not we doing this, it's not they, it's you.
And look at you now.
Over
I
and
mean,
over.
that's my bitch. Da-da-da-da-da.
Natasha Graziano. 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 Natasha Graziano.
Welcome to the Law of Attraction Secrets podcast, the #1 podcast for self-help in the U.S.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Law of Attraction Secrets podcast. I'm your host, Natasha Graziano, and today in the studio, we have an awesome guest. He's an artist you will have heard the music of. You'll be jamming to it. Y'all be out in a club. You will have heard it. Eric Bellinger. I love it. We should have a live audience at that point.
Yes.
You know what? Next time we're going to do that. We're going to have a
like
live
that.
sound of an audience whenever someone's on the show.
Turn them up. Turn them up.
We're going to do it. I love it.
Yes.
You are such an inspiration.
Thank you.
You are not only a amazing husband, you're an amazing artist, you're an amazing inspiration in the world. Your music is so divine, and I just want to talk about where did music come from for you?
Oh man, so it was really my grandfather. So I'm gonna take it back.
Please do.
My mom's dad.
Wow.
You might have heard a song, Rockin' Robin, tweet, tweet.
Rockin' Robin. Yes.
That's my grandpa.
You're joking.
That's my grandpa.
You're joking. He did
Yes.
the biggest classic.
You know what I'm saying? So
That
not only
was
was
your
he an
grandpa?
artist, but he also was a songwriter too. So I really just followed in his footsteps, and that was always the faith that I knew I could do it, because my grandpa did it, and I was singing in church early. So the combination of, just being in church and the soul mixed with it was already in my blood, it was bound to happen.
I feel that. So it was really just a calling on calling. And
Yes, exactly.
You just felt that energy guiding you. And look at you now.
Over and over.
That's my bitch.
That's your jam.
That's my jam, baby.
I love it. KP, we got one, dog. We got one.
I listen to that all the time.
That's
I am
fire.
obsessed with that song. I when I have feel good songs, when I'm driving along and I want to get into that higher vibration, I listen to certain I'd say worship songs, but in a modern way, like Forrest Frank or a vibe or whatever.
Yeah.
I go into that and then I put yours on.
Fire.
That's how I know, when I want to get into that vibration. So because of you, I have manifested some amazing things in my life. Isn't that
The
crazy?
soundtrack to the manifestation.
Yes.
Yeah, I like
That's
that.
power.
Well, another clap right there.
Another clap right there. Woo!
Insert applause here.
So if you guys are listening and you're like, wow, maybe you haven't had one of Eric's tunes yet in your playlist, you want to add it because I'm telling you, it has actually helped me manifest. And people always ask, what are the secrets to my manifesting rituals? Music. That's why we have so many artists on the show, because there is so much power in music.
Yes.
When you write, because I know you write, where does that come from in you? How do you find those tunes, those lyrics?
So in school, even in high school, my favorite subject was English. Wow. I loved when it was time to write a stanza or a thesis statement or, anything that challenged me to come up with, or articulate some form of vocabulary, short, sweet, and get the point across, you know. So with my natural love to write and do poems and all that kind of, and even rap, you know, in high school I would always freestyle rap with my friends during recess or during lunch. So it was something that just flowed. And when it came to actually putting a pen to paper and making a song, man, I think it was just the art of storytelling. You know, to be able to tell a story is no different. The only thing is we've added melody.
That is so beautiful. So it's really like putting a story onto music.
People forget that. They just try to swag out. They try to, you know what I mean, be braggadocious, all that, and they've lost the art of storytelling.
That is so interesting. I never even thought about that, because you're right, it is a story. Like if you listen to certain songs, you're like, it takes you through the beginning, the middle, and the end. And I'm like,
people don't do that.
No, they don't do that, but you do that, thank God. Your music is so good. I am watching you go and get the Grammys. And like, I am so excited for this. Like, it is how you are one of those artists who like God has ordained, and you're already kicking it and out there. Like, oh, you want to be on the show?
Come on now.
Like, I only have the biggest artists on the show.
Come on now.
So that is
the biggest.
Yes, baby. The biggest.
We the best.
The biggest of
Watch
the best.
out, Callie. We the best. We the best too.
I love it. And I'm excited because by the time this show's out, I would have been to see you perform.
Yes.
So I'm excited to come see you in like live in action.
Mm-hmm.
You have a whole album coming out. I'm so excited.
I'm coming September 26th. It all makes sense.
Let's talk about that.
Make sure y'all check that out. This is part 2. The last album I dropped was called It'll All Make Sense Later. And here we are. The project is all Afrobeats. Yes, come on now. Switched it up.
Can't even. I love that.
Switched it up. Flew to South Africa to record the project, to write with songwriters from South Africa and producers and creators as a whole, just to make sure that the sound was fully engulfed in the authenticity.
I am so proud. That is the coolest thing. My family's from South Africa.
Nice.
I'm British, but my step family, like my dad's side is, my stepdad's side is all South African. So yeah, we love it.
Yes.
We love it. The energy and the, like everything, the culture and the way that people like move. I mean, Tyler's kicked it. The girl singer Tyler, she is like, you know, she's bringing that energy, and lots of Afrobeats artists are really, so I love the fact you went there to actually engulf.
Had to do that
energy.
Had to do it the right way and tell my story, but also be willing to, you know, collaborate and tell other stories through my voice.
So what's interesting about what we spoke about before we were on the show, which I want to talk about now, is you said it's about love. And did you say finding? Yeah,
finding myself,
right.
Finding love. I definitely make music for the lovers and for the people that love, even if you're single, if you want to be loved. You know, I think there's enough of everything else out there. So I've always liked to have a base for the people that, you know, are about that life, are about that, you know, alternative lifestyle. So with this project, I look at it like the finding myself, because the last album was completely new for me.
Right.
Afrobeats, Africa. What am I doing here? You know, This is an unfamiliar territory, but I'm willing to take that chance. I'm willing to take that faith walk to see what it, you know, what it has and what it has in store for me. So as I was making songs, a lot of it was experimental. A lot of it was me figuring that out. We got songs in the club. We got songs just to have that storyline to now get to It All Makes Sense. And really, it's about me. It's about where I'm at, what I need out of life, who makes me happy, and me actually finding love and, you know, finding my soulmate and, you know, putting that in music that we can dance to and celebrate and be joyous and celebrate.
Before we go into relationship, because dang, I want to talk about, because we always know, like, as a viewer and a listener, when we listen to a song and like when we look at art, so if I look at a piece of art, I always want to know what was the artist thinking. So when I get to meet them, I'm like, wow, oh, that's what, you know, Damien Hirst was thinking, or like whatever. When I am vibing with you now, I'm like, okay, so when you were writing these songs, do you just like riff off anything and kind of create a story about an imaginary one, or are we listening to a song that you are feeling, that's therefore translating to us? I know it's a deep way to look at it.
No, it's everything is all like either it's happened I'm manifesting it, like you said. I do the same thing via music.
Ooh, that's what I do with scripting. You write about it as though it's already yours.
It's already, and then it happens, you know. And in one of the songs, I have Goat, Shawty, Bad, Slim Thick. I said, we're going to have to go hit London, Paris, and Montego Bay. We had hit none of those places when I wrote the song, but since then, we have hit London, Paris, and Montego Bay. It just,
come on. You scripted it in lyrics.
Scripted it, and it happened. So it's the same thing with this new album. You know, people will hear love in a way that they can celebrate. You know, like you said, Forrest Frank, like that's all we listen to at home. You know what I mean? My kids, I have a 6-year-old, I have a 10-year-old, and they are in Christian school. You know what I mean? So to have that positive soundtrack, it's important, you know, for the kids, because what they listening to.
I know. Do you find that your music has that flavor of faith in it, or are you kind of like you play the character and then you know?
Yeah, no, it does. And I think because I'm talking about love, it automatically, God is love. You know what I'm saying? Yes. So in the way that I write and transcribe, it is very direct. It's not we doing this. It's not they. It's you. You know, a lot of my songs are, you know, you know, just so when the ladies are listening, they feel like it's direct. It's for them. It's intentional.
That's very beautiful. And actually, music is a great way to manifest. If you are somebody, okay, for example, I listen to Unstoppable by Sia on repeat because the lyrics are telling me I'm unstoppable. And then Eye of the Tiger.
With the stairs on the treadmill.
Right.
You like, what we doing?
Yes.
Put it on repeat.
Right. And music is the way into the soul. Music is the way to manifest your dreams and desires because we're listening to these lyrics and we're feeling it. So that's why I think your music is so cool but powerful. Because you're managing to hit that lane where it's not just like another song that's nice to listen to. It's like, wow, your music is actually helping people to achieve goals and manifest magic and dreams.
That's
like,
big.
That's really
that's
big. You
it's
probably
spiritual.
never even I don't know if you ever thought about that, but
I seen Nipsey do an interview one time when he said that music is completely spiritual. He said we are writing songs and we're getting them from above and they're coming through us. So to hear you now say, it's like that's another level. It's like it comes here through this spirit, through me to your spirit. You know, so it's we're just translating you know, these thoughts and these emotions, and music is just the universal language.
Amen. It really is. Music is a universal because everyone in, like, even in Japan, they'll sing our songs in English. When I was out, that they're singing like
they don't know what it means, but they sing
but they know it.
They know it.
Yes, that's so powerful. What was the point when you suddenly like became known? Like you've become known. You are known. Like you're famous. When was that? Was it like, because I always ask artists, did you have a TikTok? Was it MySpace? For me, it was Clubhouse. Like we've all had a time where I'm not an artist, but in that way, but like I'm a different kind of artist. But like, you know, we create and something pops off. When was that for you?
I think it was a song that I released. It was called I Don't Want Her. Dang, looking, I don't want her. That song is like made it possible for me to travel, to tour. I was touring internationally off one song. You know, so it's really true when people say all you need is that one.
You did.
And when I came back home, I just put the pedal to the metal and just was releasing album after album after album. Because you just never know when it's going to hit, you know, so.
So true. I really think TMB is like ridiculously going to
hit. That's a bop. It's like. You know what I'm saying? It's like hit. You can't even help.
Oh my God.
You can't even help it.
So good. No, I love it. Okay, well, I want to pivot into family.
Yes.
So family, I'm just so impressed that someone like you in the music industry is holding down a beautiful family, wife. Like that is inspirational. There are so many fuck boys out there and fuck girls out there who are just not doing that and committing, and you are showing no, you can be married and be out on stage.
Yeah.
And I rate that like so much. So I'd love to talk about how you balance family and work life to start.
Yeah. So first and foremost, the priority is the family. We've decided that. I've decided that. And I think once I started living with purpose and everything just fell into place. You know, this is the thing that's most important to me. And it was a lot of relationships and a lot of people that fell back because I was like, yo, this is what I'm doing. This is that ain't gonna make me, you know what I mean, go out there and be on stage or anything like that and jeopardize my actual home, my actual life, my actual lifestyle. And so many people just cross the two so dangerously, you know. And I've just made it a point to let everything that needs to come with music, business, career, it just has to come second. But at the same time, I have a wife that understands and that motivates me and encourages me to get outside and strike while the iron is hot, you know. So she's pushing and praying and motivating me, as well as being there holding it down, you know, for the kids and the household and for her own career as well. She's an actress and has her own thing going as well.
That's so beautiful. The fact that I love that she is my motivator. Like, she is the person telling you get out there. There's a difference. A woman who elevates, a woman who makes her man appreciate, lifts him up rather than depletes, rather than takes away from him. A woman who says, baby, get out there. That's an amazing opportunity. Go do it.
Yes.
That is a real woman.
Yes, that's a real, because imagine you going out again. Imagine, we not going, what happened to our 8 o'clock? It's like, what?
No.
How am I supposed to be who I'm called to be? Not who I want to be, who I'm called to be. If I'm having to, you know, argue, if, you know, you're not on the same page.
Right.
You know, I think it's important for your partner to just be on the same page and equally yoked, so that you can be your fullest self individually and collectively.
I agree. And also, same for the man. Like, if the woman suddenly, she got a massive, like, huge movie, you'd be like, baby, go do it. I'm so happy for you.
Yes.
And, like, you just work it out and intertwine. So I think that mutual respect and putting God first place.
Yes.
Like, having God in the, like, forefront of your life and just being like, we're both committed to this relationship and we want to show him we're, like, in that divine blessing and we worship God and we are so grateful to God. I think that stops a lot of issues in relationships.
It does. We've been, married for 10 years now, and God was there from day one.
Wow.
The first date, we was up talking, you know, just close the restaurant down. They're like, excuse me, we're going to have to get y'all out of here.
No way. That's
I'm like,
beautiful.
oh, my bad. Ain't nobody even in
So
been in a restaurant no more. But it's like that, you know, it's the conversations for me that keep the fire lit.
Also, you guys met, 10 years ago?
We met over 20 years ago.
Stop, for real?
Yeah, so.
You must have been young.
Yeah, we knew. Yeah, exactly. I was like 18.
Dang.
Or 17, you know, and a 5-year gap is crazy when you're younger. So she was like 23. I was in a singing group. She was in a singing group called ISIS. And
I like the name.
Yeah, back in the day, it was Intelligent, Sexy, Young Soul Sisters. So, you know what I mean? I remember that, baby. And, you know, we had the same manager, so we was just always around each other, but, you know, it just wasn't time. And I think later on, when things panned out and we were in alignment, it was like, I'll strike while the iron is hot myself.
That's so beautiful. And you just like re-intertwine and connect.
Yeah.
I was just speaking about that on another show, like that energy of having a friendship first.
Yes.
And then building from that, I think is better. But how does a woman, okay, y'all are married, so you need to ask your wife this too, but like, how does a woman, when she's talking to a man, let him know, like, yo, I want to friend zone you. Like, I tell them off the rip, you know I look like this and you look like that, and we'd probably naturally be attracted, but let's be friends. Like, how does a woman really say that?
Simple like that.
Really?
I think so, because you weed it out right away. I think you'll know, especially being upfront like that. I don't think a lot of women do that. Right. And I think that's why things get confused, because they not straight up. They not like, yo, this is not going there. And I think once that is set and the foundation is firm, it's like, if they still there, they know why they there.
Right.
Do you want to talk? Do you want to get to know me? You know what I mean? Can we get a couple months, a couple six, you know what I mean, vibes in before you think it's anything. Like, because who are you?
Right. Yeah. Who are you is so important.
Yeah.
You don't know who somebody is until you've spent time with them. I say to people, no, baby, it's not the vacation where you're going to get to know them. Within vacation mode, you're going to see my best.
You're going to get everything rolling out the red carpet. You know what I mean? So I do look at it like, in this situation, you have to give it time, because you're going to be getting fronted on for a year.
I agree.
Minimum. You know what I mean? It don't take, and like, once them arguments start happening, then you see, like, you know, some people is a butter knife. Some people is like a steak knife. Some people it's a butcher knife. Some people it's a machete. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how's your words cutting me so deep? You know what I mean?
Right.
So you gotta watch out who you around, and you'll only know when it gets dark.
You do only know when they get stuck. And I feel like you also get to know them when they're living with you.
Yes.
Oh my God. I wish there was a way of doing like, we're going to do boarding school. Yeah. We're going to do boarding school together for 6 months and see if this is really got legs.
Yeah, exactly. Do you clean up after yourself?
Yeah.
Do you leave socks on the floor?
You know what? There's certain things you see and you don't see until then. Yeah. Or they're like, you know, they used to cook for you and suddenly what the fuck happened when you moved in? Like that was all a front.
Was that ordered?
Yeah, no. Listen, let me tell you. I'm going to tell you a funny story. So when I met my first boyfriend when I was 17,
mm-hmm.
So I would go over to his house and we would jam, and he was this like, you know, guy who expected me to cook, like whatever. And I was like, dang, I didn't learn yet. But here's what I would do. I'd say, baby, why don't you go out and go to the gym? When you come back, I'll have the dinner ready. He said, God, you are the perfect wife. I get to go out and work out and you're going to cook for me. I said, please. He would go out. I would dash to the store next door. We live right next door to, I don't know what, in the UK, a different name, but the equivalent of like Trader Joe's, that vibe. Okay, the reason I say Trader Joe's is because that frozen section has the best ready-made meals.
It's right in the cut.
And I would take them out and I would go get it. And then now here's the thing. I would then prepare it in a glass dish.
Plate it.
And I would take it out like I'd cooked it. I'd even go as far as buying the potatoes to make it look like I've been peeling the potatoes and here was a few left over. I would then go in the trash, take the entire trash bag out, put it outside so he couldn't find the box. He was like, whoa, you can really cook this chicken parmesan dish. Bitch, I had no idea. I didn't even know it had cheese on it until I ate it.
Hey, you got the cheese in there? Say, what is that, rosemary? Does it taste like rosemary? Okay, then.
Anyway, he thought I was the best cook. He's probably watching this now like, are you joking, babe? I'm so sorry. I have to tell my God, I never told him to this day, and I hope he sees it on here because I want the text.
Look at me now.
Yeah, look at me now. I cook lamb chops.
Exactly.
No, now I cook like brown stew chicken.
That stuff.
All right, I cook oxtail.
Come on now. I heard South Africa.
We came a long way from the frozen food.
Gotta fake it till you make it.
Fake till you make, babe. I have a whole book called "Be It Till You Become It."
Come on.
I have to give you one. It's over there on the thing. No, but that's the truth is I'm telling you that story because it's funny. That's what I mean by girls confront. I'm telling
both.
you
Both.
That
just goes to say both. Just
give me a story. Give me a story about something
cool. If you are around people that just have money, a lot of people assume you got it too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's people around me always, and I see them just keeping the lie alive.
Oh, my God.
Keeping the lie alive. You know what I'm saying? But it's like,
oh, no.
You know, and it just, you got to do it. Like you said, the people don't know. Nobody knows, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like especially now after the pandemic, which is the great equalizer, you know what I mean? Everybody is out here trying to get it. They out here trying to hustle. They out here starting over in life. So it's just interesting to see how everyone operates in a world where it's new. It's a new world. You know what I'm saying? New world order. So I respect the hustle, honestly.
Yeah, no, I feel you. But I like the fact when someone is like really upfront and honest. So like, I'm gonna be there. Because the truth is, I'll buy into someone's potential in business if I'm hiring or in a relationship. If somebody has potential and they know how to make money, I'll invest in you. Yeah. Not only will I invest in you, did that in my whole of my last relationship. Like I invest in people I love. Yeah. Like I will actually like, and I'm not saying I'm a sugar mama. Let me just get that straight, y'all. Yeah. I'm not a sugar mama. It's a belief. Like I'll invest in you, not necessarily just money, but my time. Yeah. Because I believe you're gonna get somewhere. Yeah. I like to see the best in people.
And people need that. People need somebody that's gonna like help them out. You know, it's tough nowadays, and it's always been said that it's about who you know. Yes. You know, and your connections. Right. That's as far as you'll get. And, you know, that was a thing, a cliche saying back then, and it still is to this day because it's true. You know, so if you have that opportunity to help someone out and they look like like I've seen what you've done with little, so let's give you more, you know, and see what you do with that. Same way God does for his children.
He does. God does do that. I feel like, what's your favorite scripture? I know I put you on the spot with
Philippians
that,
4:13.
Oh, you know it?
That's
okay.
the one. That's the one. It's I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Got it tatted right here on my chest.
Oh, I love it.
It's always been the one. And I think that's just how I live life. I can do it. You know, I can do all things. There's nothing that I'm unable to execute. I have time. I have resources. I have brain power. I have a creative mind that if I can't buy it, I can build it.
Beautiful. I want to dovetail that. My favorite one, which I'm about to have tatted on me, is whatever ye believes and asks for in prayer, ye shall receive.
In prayer. Don't forget that.
In prayer.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, in prayer twice.
No, I'm just saying in prayer.
Oh, yeah, whatever
That's
ye
beautiful.
believes and asks for in prayer.
I just love that
ye
part.
shall receive. Oh, that's the most important part. Ye shall receive. I want to, it's so beautiful.
Yes.
It's such a magical, like, it's really, that's what the law of attraction is. If you believe you can have it and you are praying with gratitude for it, God, thank you. No, God, please give me this. No, it's God, thank you for the abundance I already have.
Yes.
You already gave me abundance, but now let me give you more. Thank you for the things I would like as though they're already mine. And you just pray like it's already yours.
Yes, that's it. Walk in faith and victory.
Yes.
You already be. You gotta be that already.
100%.
I'm showing up.
100%. That's what God wants. He wants to see our blind faith.
Yeah.
Do you really?
Good.
Yeah. Like I
when
say.
it look like it's ugly.
Yes. Can you keep the faith in the dark time?
Keep the faith.
Because you know it's the hardest thing. The easiest time to pray is when, this is the crazy one. This is like a double-ended thing. I'm going to go into it quick. Look, there's my little cross. The easiest time to pray is when you are desperate and suffering. Please help me. Why do you not pray in the good times to say thank you? Let me just give you one more deeper level. Why in the good times you're so happy, but in the dark times you don't say thank you? So you have two different things there. You're not praying when it's hard to say thank you that I'm still alive.
Yes. That's what I learned the most. You know, when it's bad, when there's nothing, when I have nothing, I have breath.
Right.
I'm alive.
I know.
That's enough. I'm healthy.
Enough.
I'm good. Sorry, I ain't got it right now.
Right.
I ain't got it right now, and I'm good. Like, I'm alive. That's all I can do is breathe.
And you know what's
What else you want me
next?
to do?
Right. But you know what's next? When God sees you have the faith during a hard time and you keep the faith, he maybe closed one door, or the world, let's say the world closed a door on you, and he opens a double set of French doors.
You didn't even know. Around the corner. The double doors. They was right there.
People don't know this. They don't think about it. Like, they're in a hard time and they're suffering. I just had a call with someone as I was pulling up to the studio, and she's like going through hell, and I moved and this, and I'm having a terrible time. And I thought, God bless you. The whole 15-minute conversation where we caught up was about the negativity, and I prayed for it at the end of the call. And I said, sweetie, you got to change your mentality. You could have done 3 minutes of, I'm having a terrible time and it's going like this, but I know God has got me. But I know I will get out of this. Yep. You have to switch it. You got to come see me on stage too.
I do. I'm like, damn.
I can't wait. I'm going to come watch you.
This is it. Yeah,
no. I come and
sure.
I preach. Like, I literally, I go out there and I do like a whole thing.
People need to hear that.
That's what I'm saying.
People need to hear that, because I think when you only live life in a place where the testimony hasn't happened.
Yes.
The manifestation hasn't blossomed yet.
Yeah.
You don't even know it's possible.
Right.
You hear it, but it's not real to you yet until someone can explain it in a way to make you believe. And now you've changed a life. Till then, ain't nobody heard it. Where am I hear it from? You know what I'm saying? We don't got the Huxtable show. I was telling this yesterday. We don't have the Huxtables no more. You know, Cosby's, ain't no positive like examples out there. So it has to come from us. It has to come from people like yourself who has lived it and can show it. I love when I see somebody in their house is just stupid. I'm like, ooh, that's a crib right there. It motivates you. It's like, ooh, it's levels. I want that. It shouldn't be like, why she got that crib?
No.
It's exciting to see people living their dreams. shout out to everybody living their dreams. Like, I'm living my dreams.
Yes.
I'm in a place where I'm happier than I've ever been in my entire life. If nothing ever happens again, I'm so blessed.
Amen.
And I think if people can operate in that, the glass is going to be half full rather than half empty for your homegirl.
I agree. And you know what? She's a great example of so many people out there who are feeling that. And it's so easy for us to talk negatively about someone, about ourselves, moan to a friend, ruin their day from your moan. And it's easy to go like that because our brain naturally is going off course. That's how it works. Our brain naturally is programmed to think negatively. And like a pilot who is flying the plane, you know, he spends the entire course just bringing the plane back on course. That's all he does. He don't drive it. He just brings it back on course. That's all he's doing. That is the same with our brain. We just got to bring our brain back on course to be positive because it's going negative. It's going to go negative. It's like I grew up with a mom who I love, but my mom naturally is, how are you? Not too bad. Ask me how I am. Fucking amazing. Right? Look at the difference. So not too bad. Right? So I'm like, I was raised in an environment where everything was not too bad. Everything is fine, right? And then I found God, and I was like, no, God is great, therefore life is great. Therefore, the only syllables that I want to be using about how I'm feeling are positive. I'm feeling, right?
Choice. Yeah.
Right? It's like with music. When you are inspiring people through your lyrics and you're channeling it through, you are feeling those words and it's positive energy.
That's it, man. More positive energy, more good vibes. I think it started when the media and the negativity was getting the most clicks, was getting the most likes, was getting the most views, was getting the most love on the algorithm. But it's because, like you said, people are just, I don't know what it is, but it's something about people feed off that negativity, you know what I mean? So we just got to shift the narrative and be the ones that are the light in the darkness.
Wow, I like that. The light in the darkness. On that note, if you could sit here on this bench, I ask everyone this at the end of every show, with somebody alive or dead, who would it be? Who would you be sitting down with?
Bob Marley.
Yay! I love it.
All the quotes that I see from Bob is like, yes, I just like Bob, man. We could light one, you know what I'm saying, have a good conversation and talk about changing the world. And I could pick up where he left off and sing about things that are necessary in music.
So beautiful. My baby has a book, and it's one of Bob Marley's songs. There's a story. Isn't that nice? So going back to
music.
it's so beautiful. And we read it, and we read it at night. And I like her to know of her, you know, her like origins, and like I think it's really important. Yeah, just
doing
putting
it the right way.
Yes, putting it through, let her know from a baby. Like this is, you know, it's who you are. Let me read. Let me tell you about this. It's beautiful. So yeah, we're learning all about Black history, even though she's 1 year old.
No, it's early. They're gonna remember
starting
it.
early. She needs to know. It's so beautiful. Okay, so if you could tell now your younger self, he's 15 years old, and he's sitting, and maybe he's not feeling his best. Maybe he's not sure about where he's going, or it's just your younger self. What is the message you would tell him?
Good question. I would say be fearless. I think in my journey, I was always like doing it, but uncertain. I had faith that it would happen, but I didn't know how.
Right.
I just was like, God, you said it was true, so your word is true, so it's going to happen, but I don't know how. And I think even that little bit of a don't know how, even having faith, it didn't catapult me, you know, as I think it could have been, because I was maybe timid, even believing. So I just want to say be fearless. Like, don't let anyone, you know, taint your mind. Don't let, you know, anyone make you feel like they're the key to your door of happiness. You know, just be fearless, be courageous, because you have everything that you need and you're already equipped. God gave it to you. Just put it in use.
So beautiful. I feel like that is such an amazing note to end on today.
Thank you.
I feel like that magic is going to ring through.
Yes.
Your music is going to ring through. I'm going to put a link right below to Eric's page so you can go and find his music. I'm going to put links to everything. That new album, there's a link below. Go hit it up. Listen to it on repeat so you can manifest your dreams too. Find the song on the album you like the most and tag him. Tag him in it in your story. Add it as a song. That's what I do, y'all. Y'all wonder how I have the biggest artists on my show. Yo, I add their music on my story and on my post. And then they're like, hey, thank you for the support. You do a lot of it. I'm like, of course. So think about it if you're listening. Put the artist on your thing. You never know. They might reach out and say thank you.
Appreciate that.
Very fun. Love
you.
it. Thank you so much for coming today. You're an amazing guest.
Thank you so much.
I can't wait to see you tomorrow perform.
Yes, it's going down.
Mega manifesting. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you've enjoyed today's show as much as I have. Share this with a friend. If there's somebody that you know will vibe on this today, if they love music and they feel inspired to learn more about the energy and the art of manifesting. I feel like today I learned a lot about faith as well. I feel like faith was a big point. You never know where a show's going to go. The truth is, like, literally, I'll sit here and be like, I have no idea where it's going to go. But it suddenly just has this, like, wow feeling. Like, I know enough that I want to talk to somebody about, you know, and a lot of people go in there where they have all their facts and they know that they got 12 Emmys and 1 Grammy and this and this and this and this. And I know that stuff, but I let the conversation be as authentic and real from that person's perspective as possible. So,
gotta move with the shift.
yes, I love it. We'll see y'all again next week.